Good evening. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Thursday, the 6th of November, 2025, just after 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So we're getting a small rally in the metal markets. You can see them all trying to lift up right here. You're even trying to hold, if you will, in Bitcoin. It has been in a beaten-up pattern. All the stocks are higher. They got beaten up pretty hard today and probably overdone. But again, I want to repeat something. In the stock market, the market was, how do I put this, in a pattern that no matter bearish news was bull news was bull news, and that can't last forever. Then we got into the earnings period, and as the earnings period came, even if you hit numbers, the market started punishing individual stocks. You had to pay attention to that. Second, you have a three-tier market. You've got an AI market, you've got another mid-market, and then you've got the low-value markets, all right? That's how I'm viewing them. But you also fought the seasonals, where you went up in August, September, October, and generally you don't have the best September, October months, yet you did. So now what the cycle did, I think, is just push itself to the right-hand side. We're coming down, and I'm still looking for bottoms to form in the market, especially when we get the NVIDIA reports. I could be wrong on that, but I bet that they have a blowout. So do we have any economic data we should pay attention to? Well, today you certainly had bad data. Challenger Gray, remember, we only have ADP and Challenger Gray temporarily to run with. They said that there's going to be 153,000 job cuts that took place last month. Wow. It tripled the number of last year. And it came in technology, they say, in warehousing. Tesla, part of the reason you're up tonight in stocks is voters overwhelmingly. There was so much worry that, Musk isn't going to get past this new pay package he wants and everything. Over 75%, I don't know what the final tally is, but an hour ago it was over that amount, voted for his pay package. There's not a Tesla without him. And where he's going with robotics and humankinds and affordable pricing, a lot of it's hype, you know that, but there'll be a lot of reality to it as well. I spent today watching a video of a humanoid walking, and I swear it walked just like a person. And then they stopped it, and they took a scissors and they cut out its whole bottom leg to prove it wasn't a human in there. And it's metal. It was like the Terminator. Unbelievable. And I mean, the motions were unbelievable. University of Michigan, the prelim consumer sentiment, they're looking for close to near unchanged, 53 versus October's 53.6. We'll get consumer credit, and they're looking for it to jump dramatically, up to 10 billion from what, a 400 million number that we had last month. I don't know why, but that's what they're looking for. So let's go back and look at the charts for a minute here. And let's come to the gold market. For the week, I know it doesn't feel like it, right? It's up 0.4%. You would swear gold's lower. It's not. Gold is, on a weekly basis, if it finished right here, up fractionally. The market's gone into a sideways pattern. Not another declining pattern. It's done that already. It's had a series from a peak to two peaks, actually, here, back down. And now the market's actually got a pattern of a higher low. Can it make higher highs? That's going to be the big question. If it does, is all that it does run back up to the 18-day average of closes, and that's what I think it's going to do at first if it can make a move up. And let's call it the 4083 level, and have trouble there. Why? What's the story? I mean, you're not going to get the Supreme Court decision on President Trump and his tariffs for a long time. I don't know if it'll be this year or not. As much as they want to expedite it, there's a lot to digest. And I think that the marketplace, and I'm one of them, and I took that opinion, the questions that were asked certainly sounded like they were going to go against what President Trump did. What isn't being said is how many other tools he has to say, okay, I lost on that, but here's what I'm going to do when I have all these presidential powers, and those tariffs are staying right where they're at. And while you think we have to give this money back, we'll fight that out with you in court, and God knows when that will take place. This is the reality of the situation from everything I'm reading. And we'll read more as time goes on. There's some bright legal scholars writing about this right now. Some of it's way over my head, but a lot of stuff is. You try to understand what you can. When I look at where the market is, it wasn't able to make it so far to the lower Bollinger Band. That's a sign that isn't bearish. That's a sign where, yeah, you came down, you corrected, but you haven't entered a bad territory, and you're already oversold. So, am I interested in being short? No. Is there a reason to be a buyer? No. Is there a reason to keep your hands in your pocket here? For a guy like me, yes, there is right now. The gold-silver ratio, you fought a battle. For a couple of days, you got over the 18-day average and you fell right back under it. So silver's acting stronger than gold. But I have been telling you that every day now. Today's Thursday, at least since Monday. I've been saying if you can get up and close right over these current numbers right here, that around the, I think that's, what is it, 48.90, something in that area, that the market could take off to the upside and get all of a sudden a surprise. I don't see that in copper, but I don't see copper falling apart. Because copper is in short supply and nothing is going to change that in the near term. There's only so many copper mines in the world. We've lost 20-30% of production, I think the two largest, because of cave-ins, things of that nature. I want to be very careful here. So this breakdown here, I think, was where the bears covered if they were down on it. I don't think the market's yet a buy, but long term, you went way up here. If you get a strong world economy with interest rates falling, people trying to push the economies ahead, copper can come alive. By the way, when talking about copper, you did hear that Ford is considering on their, F-150, that best-selling truck, but the electric version, of ceasing production for a while. They've stopped manufacturing them already. They're using the idea that fire in an aluminum plant has created a shortness in the chain supply, but the word is that they're going to stop producing it for a bit of time because it's just not selling that well. It's doing fine against other electric trucks, but not the numbers that they want. Anyone that thinks gasoline cars are going away right away, no. America is not Europe. America is not Norway. America isn't China. America is America. And it's just the infrastructure isn't here yet for people to believe in electric cars for longer hauls and the things that they do. Pricing, part of it. China able to subsidize at losses cars that they can flood the market with. It's different in America with the democracy. Very, very different. You have to understand that. And by the way, that doesn't mean we won't go and see a future. You will. Hybrids are already a better future than just purely electric here. I didn't say that for Europe. I didn't say that for China. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay. Then when I look at the dollar index, I've been looking for the market to have a problem. I've said it every day. The first challenge of a 200-day average and a Bollinger Band together is often a zone where smart money comes out. If it's on the downside, or the upside. And that's what I think is going on temporarily there. So you put it together, metals are in a bounce. Maybe silver can show some life to it. Maybe. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe we'll get follow through on the stock market tomorrow. Certainly help to see Tesla get the right vote. But you can join me in the mornings for trade ideas. And the way that you do that is so simple. What I do each morning, let me just get, if I can, right where I want to be, and this isn't it. Where I want to be is right. One more, and here we go. There we are. If you're trading futures or stocks, I put out by design, my futures video. I start recording often around 6 a.m. Central Time. I do my spiders and ETFs a half hour after the market open. Why? Unlike futures, which are open almost 23 hours a day from Monday through Thursday, and then they close 4 p.m. on Friday, and reopen Sunday at 5 p.m., you get off markets, as I call them, and I like the money to catch up with the off markets and spiders and ETFs. Sometimes they're very wrong. Eventually, the exchanges are going to get it, and they're going to say, why don't we just have this business? And it's sooner than you think it's going to happen. But you can trade just about most of the markets you want in that. I let the market catch up with its money for the stocks and that, and at 9 I start recording those. And what I cover are 40 charts in each, giving you my trade ideas. The charts will look like this, whether it's futures, ETFs, whatever it is. I'll talk fundamentals, technical analysis. It'll be on our website in an area devoted to this for our member login as well. And as I said, The idea is about long-term and short-term. Futures markets, really, I like just daily charts. I love to talk the weekly for the bigger picture. But spiders, ETFs, and stocks, I really like the weekly charts. It's a little more risk, not that much more, and often a truer story than the daily charts. So to find out more on how you do this, just go to iraepstein.com research. It's all right there for you. Hope you join me. By the way, that's where I give you the specific. Buy here, sell there. Here's the stop. I'm wrong. I'm right. This is where we're at. I'm Ira. You have a great evening. I'll catch up with you in the other videos tonight, first thing in the morning.